Like, paying to get your jewelry back, bro, you ain't nothing. Why you paying to get your jewelry back? Either don't buy it back or go get it back. You paying. What's like, feel me? Like, you can't rap about certain things, this, that, and the other, da-da-da-da-da, and then you pay to get your jewelry back. What it do, YouTube? It's Ty Fetty with the Fetty. Back at y'all with another video, man. Y'all know why we're here. To handle business, but before we handle that business, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, bruh. I'm going to say it again. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to say it one more. Matter of fact, like, comment, subscribe. Before I gotta beat you up, man, and do not forget to smash that post notification bell so y'all know when Ty Fetty drop these bangers for y'all, man. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope y'all weekend was swell. Hope y'all won y'all bets, NFL, college basketball, NBA. Hope y'all parlays was parlaying. Feel me? But it's the weekday, man. Let's get our mind right. Hope y'all have a good week too, man. Productive week. Go get some money. With no money on, you can't have no fun on. Don't ever forget that. We got Blac Youngsta, the villain of CMG. Blac Youngsta was he was lit at one point. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what he doing. I don't know where he be at. I don't know who he be with. But at one point he was lit. He had the game in the chokehold. He be like, you little big whore. Like, little big bitch. Nah, Blac Youngsta social media era was a time, bro. He had social media on lock. Nah, let's tap man and see what's going on with him though.
A lot of rap fans only know Blac Youngsta because of his beef with Young Dolph, and most of them have no idea how wild and brutal his own story is. From ducking bullets at 8 years old to allegedly dumping 100 rounds at the ops, today we're breaking down the entire situation. Blac Youngsta came up on the south side of Memphis, one of the craziest cities in the world. The whole city has issues, but the south side is where it's the craziest. Crime and poverty are everywhere, and you never know if you'll make it back home when you walk out of the house.
Hey, this is very, very, very off topic. Not really, but kinda. I personally feel like the bald fade is the worst haircut in the world. Like, there's no way. If you're not in the military, you should not have no bald fade. Bald fade is crazy. Now, fade is cool, but it gotta be like a drop fade. Y'all like drop fade size like a 1.5 or maybe a 1. But to have the bald joint and the joint stop up here, top of your head, and all this bald, no shape up, nothing, crazy.
Street rappers come from the
crazy.
But Blac Youngsta's was worse than most. Him and his brothers had to live with their grandparents who both had legit jobs, but it wasn't enough to even feed the family. Youngsta was always trying to look out for his brothers though, and he ended up getting his first job at a grocery store when he was just 10 years old. The job ain't pay much, but Youngsta was able to get more food to help feed his brothers. Anytime someone ordered food and didn't show up to take it, the store owners would just give the food to Youngsta instead of throwing it away. They ain't have anything to eat back home, and that's how Youngsta found his first hustle. He'd call in fake orders to the store just so the owners would give it to him and he could take it back to the family. Eventually the owners caught on to him, but they had so much love for Youngsta that they didn't even fire him. Unfortunately, the store ended up closing down for a while though, and that's when Youngsta got active in the streets. Even though he was just a kid, Youngsta wasn't just gonna sit around and watch his brothers go without food. So he hopped off the porch and started selling crack before he was even a teenager.
See, this the thing that's so messed up, bro. Like he said, both his grandparents was civilians, regular working jobs. They still couldn't put food on the table, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like entrepreneurship not for everybody. You know, being on your own not for everybody. But I feel like everybody should at least try it, bro. Because you never know where it could take you. Feel me? Like, we all know it's gonna be a job here every day that we here on this earth. Like, it's gonna be a job that you can go get. But them entrepreneurship, it don't wait for you, bro. Like, them opportunities ain't gonna be there forever. Everybody don't got the hustle. Everybody don't got the drive. Everybody don't got the ambition. But I feel like you should try to see if you do. Like, it can't be no worse than working a job and still can't pay your bills. You might as well go try. Feel me? That's how I look at it. Like, if you fail, you fail, bro. But if you never tried it, you don't know where you could have been in it if you would have succeeded. And I feel like you not knowing where that shit could have took you will eat you more than you trying it and failing. That's my personal opinion on the whole thing. Going to work every day and you still can't pay your bills is crazy, bro.
Some dudes won't serve.
You living to work. You working to live. Literally.
Their own people when it comes to selling drugs. Youngsta wasn't like that though. Back then, his only goal was to survive and provide for his family. So he was selling crack to whoever would buy it. He even sold it to his own aunties and homies' moms.
I was selling crack cocaine. I was serving my aunties. I was serving my nigga aunties, my niggas' mamas. I was serving whoever.
When he first started moving weight, Youngsta always had good dope that he knew wasn't stepped on with anything crazy. He told Vlad TV that he regretted serving his own people, but he knew that at least if they bought it from him, it wasn't gonna be full of poison or anything. As he got deeper in the drug game though, that all changed and it led to all kinds of crazy situations. Youngsta realized that he could make a lot more money if he started moving bad drugs, so he stopped selling to people he knew and started ripping off everyone else like crazy. Selling fake bricks, aka fast bricks, was a quick way to get his money up, but it also came with consequences. One time he sold 3 fast bricks to someone for like 90K, and that's when Youngsta said he started getting into shootouts.
I started just getting deep into that shit, so the worst thing I probably went through is selling a nigga 2-3 bricks, making getting 90,000 out of a nigga something real fast back then because it was just a little cheaper. Getting 90, three of them motherfuckers, and nigga get where they going, find out it's fake, and become ready to kill me. I used to have a lot of shootouts and shit because I was selling nigga bullshit dope.
By that point, getting shot at wasn't anything new to Youngsta though. In his Vlad TV interview, Youngsta said the first time someone dumped a clip at him was when he was just 8 or 9 years old.
When I first got busted, I was probably young as hell. I probably like, man, I was young, like 8 and 9 and shit.
Him and
That's
his homies had
crazy.
an issue with some older dude in the hood,
That's
and they
crazy.
all jumped him. Getting beat up by a bunch of kids obviously had a press though, and the dude came back spraying an AK-47 at them. Getting shot at wasn't the only drama he had though. Youngsta spent a lot of time going in and out of jail too, and in 2011, he had to spend a year in prison. He had been rapping his whole life just for fun, but doing a year-long bid made him take it a little more seriously when he came back home. Youngsta already had a reputation in the streets, but when he came home in 2012, he started hosting massive block parties and really had his name popping in the city. His debut mixtape, Fast Bricks, dropped that year, but he wasn't out of the streets yet. Going to prison made him want to switch things up a little bit, but it took a massive loss for Youngsta to really leave it behind. Youngsta was ready to hop off the porch and hustle because he had to, but he didn't want his brothers following him into the trenches. 2 of them ended up getting active anyway, but his youngest brother listened to him, stayed in school, and tried to be legit. Unfortunately, it ain't matter to the ops though, and in 2015, he was tragically shot and killed.
I got 3 little brothers. He was the only one, didn't want to be a part of the streets. I kept him in school, bought him new cars and shit. I just kept him in school, kept him out the way so he can focus on school. And I was, somebody ain't not kidding him.
After his brother died, Youngsta didn't even want to rap anymore at first. All he wanted was to get back at the ops for him.
Man, when I lost him, I gave up on rapping. I was like, I'm through rapping. I don't want, man, fuck this shit.
Luckily, he eventually realized that getting deeper in the streets wasn't going anywhere, and that he should hop in the booth and go hard there instead. He dropped the track Heavy, and that's when everything started to change. The track is all about Youngsta's come up and making it out on top, with lines like, "What you know about growing up in the hood, and you ain't got nothing? Grandma feeding you neck bones and home-based dressing. Nobody feel your pain when you out here stressing. I used to be broke, now I'm heavy." Heavy popped off like crazy and caught the attention of Yo Gotti. Gotti hopped on the remix of the track and signed Youngsta to his CMG label right after. Before the year was over, Youngsta had already dropped his first tape with the label and was becoming one of the hottest new rappers in the city. Youngsta was blowing up in the industry, but he also proved his street connections were still there. A rapper named Shy Glizzy was performing in Memphis when some dudes affiliated with a Memphis rapper named Big Moda allegedly snatched his chain. Shy ended up getting the piece back, but that's only because Blac Youngsta stepped in to help sort it out. He was cool with Moda and his people, and he made a deal to get Shy's chain back for just 10 racks instead of 50.
I ain't gonna lie. Shy Glizzy from here, man. When he did that, man, it kind of ruined his whole... All the glow he had was gone. It ruined it. Like, paying to get your jewelry back, bro, you ain't nothing. Why you paying to get your jewelry back? Either don't buy it back or go get it back. You paying. What's like, feel me? Like, you can't rap about certain things, this, that, and the other, da-da-da-da-da, and then you pay to get your jewelry back after it got took off you. They say it fell off when he was fighting. I don't care what happened. They had it in their possession and you paid them. Come on, bro. Like, you can't be no gangster rapper, no sliding, drilling. We pushing up on whatever, da-da-da-da-da, and you paying to get your jewelry back after it got took off you. That's bad work.
Youngsta was making crazy money from rap off the
No
jump,
cap.
but having so much cash also got him arrested. While he was out in Atlanta, Youngsta went to a Wells Fargo bank and took out $200K in cash from his account. They gave him the money and he walked out the door with no issues, but the cops was waiting for him outside. The bank recently had someone cash a fake check, so the cops were already hanging around. And when Youngsta walked out holding 200 racks, they rushed him and put his whole crew in cuffs. Eventually he got released, but the cops took $100K from him that he had to fight to get back. 2015 was crazy, but 2016 was another huge year for Youngsta. He dropped another tape that year with features from huge artists like Quavo, but it was his beef with Young Dolph that really had people talking. But before we get into why Youngsta allegedly rode up on Dolph with his crew and let off 100 shots, let's go back to where it all started. Yo Gotti and Young Dolph had street ties before Dolph ever hopped in a booth. According to rumors, Dolph was the plug for Gotti's brother back when he was in the streets. Dolph had a wild come up moving weight just like Youngsta, but he decided to switch up how he moved after he got into a crazy car accident and almost died. He started going hard in the booth and was getting a lot of shine on his name. Dolph was always looking at the bigger picture though. He didn't want to just be a hot rapper. He wanted to take over the whole industry with his name. And in 2010, he started his own label, Paper Route Empire. Dolph dropped a collab tape with Gucci Mane in 2013, and that's when Gotti reached out to sign him. Linking up with Gotti would have been huge for Dolph in the whole city of Memphis, but he turned him down because he wanted to make his own lane in the game. At first, it seemed like Gotti respected the decision and there wasn't any drama, but in 2016, that all changed. In February 2016, Dolph released his debut album, King of Memphis. According to rumors, Gotti was pressed over the title because he had already called himself the King of Memphis. It's not clear what was going on behind the scenes, but Dolph made the beef public when he tweeted, "Growing from being my #1 fan and wanting to sign me to being my biggest hater. #facts."
Bro, if they really was beefing because Shawty said he the King of Memphis and Dolph felt like he was the King of Memphis, bro, niggas is too old, bro. Like, that's like me saying, if I'm lit as a rapper and I call myself the King of Maryland, and somebody else come out and say they the King of Maryland, I don't care, bro. Like, I got more money than you. I'm more lit than you. I do more streams than you. I do more YouTube videos. It speak for itself. I don't gotta sit here and beef with you because you want to be the King of Memphis or the King of Maryland. That don't make sense, bro. You can't sit at my table, bro. Like, I just feel like it should just be left to that. We too old, and they older than me. I'm 24. I feel like there's no way I'm beefing with somebody, like really beefing with somebody because they said they the King of Memphis or because they turned down me trying to sign them. I don't understand. Like, that don't make sense. And that's what I'd be like, people be having too many yes men in their corner, bro. Like, one of my men did that. I'd be like, bro, you was goofy, bro. You look dumb, bro. Like, bro, you look dumb, bro. And if we fall out behind me calling them dumb and not just being a yes man, and that's what it is. There's no way I'm letting somebody I'm close with or cool with beef with somebody else because they arguing about the King of Memphis. Come on, bro. Niggas too old with kids and all
Blac
that.
Youngsta hopped on social media and said he was gonna slap Dolph when he saw him. And that's when Dolph clapped back and aired Gotti out for sending his artist in to do his dirty work. Then Dolph took shots at Youngsta and Gotti on the remix of Ready by Trouble and rapped, "All of my niggas, they ready. Y'all some pussies, you scared. All on the internet telling, trying to have a real nigga gelling. This shit around my neck so heavy, I'ma keep dripping sauce, spaghetti." Everyone linked that line to Youngsta's track Heavy. And later in his verse, Dolph took more shots with, "Any nigga that record when it's time for gangsta shit, he the police. And I fucked your boss man baby mama, same hotel for 4 weeks.
Damn.
Never send a little boy to take care of grown man business. If I was you, I'd be mad at me too, so I ain't tripping." Youngsta was still pretty new to the rap game, but he clapped right back with the track Shake Some. He called Dolph out by name and rapped, "Fuck nigga, lil nigga, young Dolph Thornton, wanna play ho, I'm on tour with the K ho, Mac 11, Smith & Wesson, extended clip, 100 rounds on a Draco.
Damn.
Fuck you the King of Memphis, you ain't from the city, you from Chicago. Fuck boy, you better lay low. Killers move when I say so. My little nigga rob and steady killing, raping niggas' mamas and shit, little nigga." Gotti never hopped in and dropped a diss track, but that ain't stopped Dolph from taking it to another level a few months later with the song Play With Your Bitch. He took even crazier shots at Gotti and Youngsta with lines like, "Don't play with me, ho Gotti, you a hoe, man. You went from my biggest fan to my biggest hater. Begging me to sign with you, but I had too much paper. Still that same nigga that used to front your big brother. Found out he a bitch too, now I call him your big sister. And they said them pussy niggas on your team iron your drawers. They say you make the pussy ass niggas call you boss, but they can't call you king because that's Dolph." The track was wild, but the music video was so disrespectful, it allegedly led to Blac Youngsta trying to kill Dolph. In the video for Play With Your Bitch, Dolph steals a girl from a Yo Gotti lookalike, and just one day after it came out, someone shot his SUV over 100 times while he was touring in North Carolina. Luckily, nobody was hurt because Dolph knew how to move smart and had the whip bulletproof. Blac Youngsta and 2 of his homies ended up getting booked for the shooting, and Youngsta accused Dolph of snitching on him when he dropped the track Bulletproof and rapped, "If you got love for me, can you at Young Dolph and tell him don't show up? I'm just saying, homie, why you getting people's statements? Why you rap about that shit so your album would go crazy? Niggas do anything for the album sales. Fuck everybody that say that I'll fail. They say when I die, I'ma go to hell. You lost your bet if you bet that I'll tell. In 2019, the charges were finally dropped and Youngsta skated on the case. But that wasn't the only time he was involved with gun violence. Back around 2013, Youngsta still had a foot in the streets. One day he was chilling on the block with his homies, and that's when the ops pulled through and started letting off shots. Youngsta got hit 3 times, but he told DJ Vlad that the first thing he did after the rounds hit him was call his homie up to bring him his gun. Youngsta didn't even know who shot him or if he was really who they wanted to take out. But in another video, he said that by that point, he had already killed more than 3 dudes, so taking 3 bullets and surviving was a blessing.
This is what I really feel me like. Of course, we don't know what really go on and how they really be moving outside the rap and all this. But Shorty is throwed off. There's something wrong with him, bro. I feel like he really was outside putting in work. He really throwed off in the head, bro. No cap. Like, back when he was really lit on the gram and whatnot, I could just tell something wasn't connected right in bruh's head. So he really might not be lying. No cap.
It's not clear if Youngsta was actually involved with any hits, but he's always been about that life. There's even a clip of him pulling out a Draco in the middle of a concert after some dudes in the audience disrespected him.
Told you.
While the drama with Dolph and everything else was still going on, Youngsta kept it pushing in the industry too. In 2017, he started his own imprint under CMG called Heavy Camp and signed his brother Heavy Camp TD to the label. Having his own brother pop off in the rap game too would have been a huge win, but in 2019, Youngsta suffered another massive loss when Heavy Camp TD was shot and killed in Miami. Having another brother get murdered was a tragedy, but Youngsta didn't let it slow him down. And in 2020, he reminded everyone that the beef with Dolph wasn't over yet. He posted a video on Instagram previewing some new music, and at the end of the clip, he opened up the door of the whip he was riding in and started letting off shots into the air.
Look,
then he captioned it with,
"Hey,
young Dolph, fucking with my gang gon' get your shooter shot." Dolph didn't send any more disses back though, and in November 2021, he was tragically shot and killed in Memphis. Rumors started flying immediately that Gotti and CMG was involved, but it don't look like there's any evidence behind the story. 4 dudes got booked for his death, and right now it seems like they don't have any connection to Gotti or Youngsta. A dude named Jamarcus Johnson was charged with helping the dudes who killed Dolph after it went down, and he pleaded guilty and agreed to testify during the trial. If any of them had a connection to Gotti or the rest of CMG, Johnson will definitely air it out in court, but for now we'll have to wait until the trial actually starts. Even if Youngsta wasn't involved with Dolph's murder, he hasn't stopped dissing him after he died. A month after Dolph was killed, Youngsta dropped a video for his track I'm Assuming and rapped next to a tombstone with Dolph's last name Thornton on it. On the track, he also allegedly took shots at Dolph when he raps, "All that throwing them slick shots on the gram, that's how you end up dead. And I don't got no love for no pussy nigga, I want off with his head. And I don't give no fuck about what you rap, you know my ops they bled. I done bust out shots for other niggas, cause other niggas was scared." That same month, Youngsta caught a lot of hate on social media when the video came out showing him perform his Dolph diss track Shake Some at a show in Texas. A lot of people thought he was taking it too far, but Youngsta clapped back and said, "I come from the heart of South Memphis, where you get no sympathy, don't even know what that is. With that being said, I could give 2 fucks what the world think about me."
With that being said, like, bro, you can't be mad at him for it. Everybody do it. They smoking this out, we smoking that out. Chief Keef and them used to do it. Dirk do it. Like, bro, if they beefing, they beefing, bro. He ended up passing away, bro. That's they beef. Feel me? Like, how he taking it too far? Just cause Dolph was a rapper, a big rapper. Like, if they were still in the streets, bro, they were still in the streets, bro. Like, we see it every day. I'm smoking your ops. You smoking my, like, I mean, I'm smoking your people. You smoking my people, bro. Like, that's really what goes on in most music nowadays, bro. So it's like, how could you be mad when both of them knew what come with this? They know what come with what they doing, just as so do everybody else, or they should. That's how I go, bro. It's part of the game.
After all the social media drama, there were rumors about Blac Youngsta getting dropped from CMG because he was causing too much trouble. Gotti was quick to jump in and squash it though. He said that he'd been seeing too much capping from the blogs and tweeted, "Lil bro a boss, he can't be dropped." Youngsta made it clear he wasn't worried about upsetting people. He survived the wild streets of Memphis to become a millionaire in the rap game and wasn't gonna take criticism from anyone. But unfortunately, he still wasn't done taking losses in the street. In August 2023, Youngsta's little brother, Temanuel Benson, was shot and killed at a gas station in broad daylight. It's not clear what went down before the shots started going off, but the cops charged a dude named Randy Ewing for the murder. After the tragic news broke, Youngsta hopped on Instagram to pay tribute to his brother and wrote, "I'm gonna make the world pay. I swear to God, nobody's safe. Losing 3 brothers to the streets is devastating.
Now that's
But
crazy.
it's clear at this point that nothing is gonna stop him." Right after his 3rd brother was killed, Youngsta dropped his 3rd album of the year. On the last track, he allegedly referenced the loss and told his fans, "Keep your motherfucking head down. Keep your head up, nigga, no matter what going on. Be careful out here. Stay dangerous and be safe at the same time. Be smart, move wise. Black sheep." It's not clear yet why his brother was killed, but hopefully Blac Youngsta don't crash out and get himself locked up again or killed. He already suffered a lot to make it out of the streets, and hopefully the situation doesn't pull him back down into the trenches.
Like I said, bro, when somebody take your people, bro, nobody got no sympathy for you, bro. You gotta deal with that on your own. And then, as you know, life keep going. Bills still due. People still want to be seen. People still want to be pleased. The whole time you dealing with something that, feel me, like. Now that's crazy though, bro. Like, I knew Memphis was bad. You know, we all knew Memphis was the trenches, bro. But I feel like YouTube and all these little documentaries and whatever the case may be, it just highlighted a little more. But I already knew Blac Youngsta was been through. Like, you feel me? Like I said, he used to be lit on the gram, so I didn't watch interviews and listen to his music. He really from the trenches. Feel me? Like, he really throwed off in my eyes. I really think Shawty something wrong with him. Like I said, he probably really slaying. Now, with that being said, though, bro, like I said, you can't always have one foot in, one foot out. You gotta have 2 feet in, whatever you doing, or you ain't gonna be able to do it right. With that being said, man, it's Ty Fatty with the Fatty. Make sure y'all stay smart, stay dangerous, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time, man. I'm gone.